Welcome to my class on dairy, the exotic breeds of dairy. So today, this exotic breeds of dairy refers to the foreign breeds. These foreign breeds are imported from other countries and reared in India. Now, this is a definition of exotic breeds, and this topic comes under the economic zoology of third semester, Bangalore North University. As usual, dairy refers to the maintenance of cows for production of milk on the scientific lines in the controlled conditions. So, this cattle variety, there are three varieties: milch breeds, the milk producing varieties, the draught breeds meant for hard work and transportation, and dual purpose breeds meant for both milk production and transportation. Now, so there are four varieties of exotic breeds. As generally I mentioned, now what are the features of exotic breeds? So exotic breeds are the foreign breeds imported from other countries and reared in India. First point. The second point, the milk production is higher compared to the indigenous breeds. The milk production is higher compared to the indigenous breeds. And they have the property of adjustable nature. They adjust to the local climatic conditions. Now, out of these four exotic breeds, so first breed we see HF breed, Holstein Friesian breed, then Jersey breed, then Swiss Brown, Red Dane, and Ayrshire. So these are the five varieties of exotic breeds. So I repeat, one is the Holstein Friesian, Jersey breed, Red Dane breed, Swiss Brown breed, and Ayrshire. So we discuss one by one. Now this Holstein Friesian breed, this breed was developed in the northern parts of Netherlands in the province of Friesland. Now this Holstein Friesian breed are roughly built and they possess large udder. They are the largest dairy breed, and a mature cow weighs around 700 kg. The most striking feature or characteristic feature of the Holstein Friesian breed is that they have black and white markings on their body, which make them so easily distinguishable, identifiable, and that is a special or that is a diagnostic character of the HF breed. The average production of the milk is 600 to 700 kg per lactation. The fat content is low, around 3 to 4.5%. See, our indigenous breeds give around 1000 to 1500 kg per lactation. 1000 to 1500 kg per lactation. But here, you see somewhere around 4 to 5 times more milk production than the indigenous breeds. So that's why this breed is mostly preferred by the dairy persons or farmers. So this is the characteristic feature of the HF breed. We can see here. So this is the male breeds. And these HF breeds, so there is a characteristic feature of black and white patches on their body. And these exotic breeds of HF breeds are mostly and widely reared cattle in India. Next variety is the Jersey cow. It is the smallest of dairy types cattle developed in the island of Jersey, United Kingdom. In India, this breed is acclimatized well and widely used in crossbreeding with indigenous cows. Typically, the color of this Jersey cattle is reddish in color. Forehead is compact and angular body. They are economical producers of milk with 5.3% of fat and 15% of SNF. Average milk production is 4,500 to 4,500 to 5,000 kg per lactation of milk production is there. So these are the Jersey cows. So the color is reddish in color. Third variety is the Swiss brown. So it is found in Switzerland and place of origin is Switzerland, and it's called Swiss brown. Swiss refer to Switzerland and brown refer to the color of the breed. It has the good milk production. The current Swiss is excellent crossbreed obtained by crossing this breed with the recognized Indian cattle breeds. So Swiss brown and Indian cattle breed are crossed to obtain a variety called current Swiss. So it is a hybrid variety made by cross between the native indigenous breeds and a Swiss brown breed. So native to Switzerland. Here the milk production is somewhere around 4,500 kg per lactation. So this is the variety of Swiss brown. Next, Red Dane. It is a native of Denmark. So color is red in color, reddish brown or even dark brown. They are heavy breeds. Mature males weigh around 950 kg and mature females weigh around 600 kg. So less than the weight of the HF breeds. The lactation yield of this Red Dane cattle varies from 3,000 to 4,000 kg of milk per lactation with a fat content of 4% and above. So these are the features of the Red Dane. You can see here color of this Red Dane. The fifth variety is the Ayrshire. The origin of Ayrshire is Scotland, considered as the most beautiful dairy breed. They are very active animals and of course hard to manage. So the best managing breed is the HF breed as far as the Indian conditions are concerned. Now they do not produce as much milk or butter fat as much as the other dairy breeds. The breed is also known as Dunlop cattle or Cunningham cattle. So this is Ayrshire, native of Scotland. Next you pass on to the small topics. Two topics are there: artificial insemination and moit. Now artificial insemination refers to the collection of semen from a good variety bull, collection of semen from a good variety bull, and giving to the number of cows. Now this process is called artificial insemination because this semen is injected through the injections. So this process, so they inseminated into the female by placing a portion of the collected semen into the cervix by mechanical methods at a proper time and most hygienic conditions. Proper time refer to the estrus heat period, and of course hygienic conditions should be maintained. Next here, the first scientific research of artificial insemination is performed in the dogs. So there is no advantages of artificial insemination. See, the advantage of artificial insemination is there is no required for the maintenance of the bull. So artificial insemination, just collection of semen from a good variety bull and given to the number of cows through the vials. Now here, advantages, there is no need for maintenance of the bull. There is no need for maintenance of bull. Why? Because artificially we are injecting the semen. So hence the cost of maintenance of breeding bull is saved. Second point, it prevents the spread of certain diseases and sterility due to the genetic diseases. The semen of desired size can be used even after death of a particular cow. Then the semen can be transported to far off places. So disadvantages is that it requires well-trained operations with special equipments. Then improper cleaning of instruments may lead to the disease. So these are some disadvantages. And one more important characteristics is that we require specialized persons to do the process of artificial insemination. Next is the multiple ovulation embryo transfer. Now, multiple ovulation embryo transfer refers to the technique where multiple eggs are fertilized in an animal and embryo is collected on the 7th day without surgery. Now here, many eggs are produced by giving the artificial hormone or artificial injections, which includes the FSH and LH, to produce multiple ovulations. Then after 7 days, the embryos are collected and frozen. Now these are the steps involved in the moit. First, the donor cattle is treated with the FSH, and after injection of FSH to the cows, at exactly the estrus time, the artificial insemination is done, and after 7 days, the embryos are removed and injected to the number of cows. So the embryos are either frozen and preserved in liquid nitrogen for later use and transported to the recipients with the help of transfer guns. The recipient cows are injected with the epidural. They are washed with their ovaries, observed to check their cycle. The embryo is deposited into the uterus with the help of a transfer gun. So advantages of this MOIT. So there is no surgery required. So entire procedure is easily carried out in the farm, and embryos can be frozen and stored in the laboratory for future use. Increase in the reproductive rate of the animals is observed in the MOIT. So last one, this references. We saw these references. Shukla and Upadhyayana, Rinand Mathur, and Kotpa textbooks. Thank you for listening.